Humane's AI pen. This device was marketed as your very own AI assistant that you could wear. It's like having a little robot buddy on your shirt. Like a little robot guy right there. People were actually asking, could this replace phones? Or even if it was the next generation of hardware. The worst product I've ever reviewed. Too clunky, too limited. Humane AI pen is lost in translation. So what happened here? How did this device go from being potentially the next step in hardware to just being lost in the crowd? Well, there's a lot. Actually, there's a lot. The first time I ever heard about this device was when they made a video announcing its launch, and this video was a trip.
Welcome to Humane.
This is the Humane AI pen. It's a standalone device and software platform built from the ground up for AI.
My first thing about this, and this is probably just me, but whose creative decision was it to have them walk in like this? Did the director say to them,
"Hey, walk in like you're in a hostage video right now"?
And the Oscar goes to...
They seem like they're trying to force some kind of happiness to be there. And Imran isn't even giving us the time of day. He goes immediately to the pen. He doesn't even acknowledge us. At least he has priorities though. But I mean, they're not the people he's trying to sell the device to, but they are priorities. It's not about making a connection with the audience. It's about the AI pen. And on top of that, there's no music playing. The only thing we can hear is the beautiful symphony of an air conditioner in the background. It's actually kind of unsettling. It feels like they're about to tell me some kind of terrible news, like that their cat ran away or something. And even when they start talking about it, it doesn't seem like they want to be there. It kind of feels like somebody's talking to me about watching paint dry. Very exciting. Look, I'll add music to this just to show you how important it is.
Welcome to Humane.
This is the Humane AI pen. It's a standalone device and software platform.
And also, we're not even 30 seconds into this video, and I already feel kind of mildly threatened. That is a record right there.
There's two pieces, a computer and a battery booster. Now, the battery booster powers a smaller battery inside the main computer. And this is how we achieve our all-day battery life.
So there's the first feature, long battery life. Nothing says innovative like a good battery life, which is kind of funny because out of all the features, that's what they decide to talk about first. It feels like it's almost a response to the awful battery lives we have on a lot of devices now, and also our constant need for stimulation.
Dr. Ziegler, what is TikTok brain?
They know how desperate we are, and they knew that they could catch our attention if they talked about this endless battery life that would give us a constant stream of dopamine. Which, by the way, the long battery life, keep this point in mind for later.
There are no wake words, so it's not always listening or always recording. In fact, it doesn't do anything until you engage with it.
My senses are so conflicted here. Are they just two robots trying to convince me to buy this AI robot device? It's totally 100% safe, it totally won't record me, and its battery will last forever. I'm starting to feel like maybe I shouldn't buy this. Those are exactly the kind of things that a robot that wants to hurt me would say to me. It's probably gonna start crawling around or dancing while I'm sleeping. I don't know what robots do in their free time. But at this point, we've talked about a whole lot of nothing, which isn't unusual for this channel. But they haven't told us what this device actually does besides not dying in 5 minutes and not recording everything you do, which is a pretty low bar. So what does this device do?
We don't do apps. Humane's OS runs AI experiences that are on device and in the cloud. The OS understands what you need and picks the right AI in the moment.
It's not just AI, but it's AI with experiences. Because we all wanted that, apparently. What is an AI experience? How can an AI even have experiences? When I hear this, my brain immediately starts to think about an AI and when it was a little calculator AI, and it starts remembering when its AI mom took it to the AI beach and it had a lot of AI fun. And I don't exactly see how that's helpful to me. I don't know why the AI would even be thinking about that. And that's one thing the AI pen does, but I couldn't even really tell you what that means besides that the pen has app functionality.
We don't do apps.
When is the next eclipse, and where is the best place to see it?
This is an AI browsing the web or grabbing knowledge from all over the internet.
Okay, cool. So it can use apps and search the internet. We really are stepping into the next generation of hardware. And still the vibe of the video is not helping me out at all. Imran literally looks like he wants to beat me up. Why does he look so angry? That's the exact look my friends give me when I ask them if they want to hang out.
When you want to take a photo, just double tap. or video, staying in the moment, capturing the whole scene, and generating a gorgeous image.
Yeah, I can tell he's really excited about all of this. It's just showing all over his face. He can't hide anything from us.
It can produce a gorgeous image.
We are so excited to finally unveil the AI pin and can't wait for you to begin trying it for yourselves.
It is our aim at Humane to build for the world not as it exists today, but as it could be tomorrow.
Okay, guys, tone down the intensity here. You're getting a little rowdy. I know you're passionate about this, but come on now. But in all seriousness, why did nobody tell them that they looked and sounded a little busted? There's no excitement. It sounds like they're forced at gunpoint to do this, and the lack of music is very unsettling. It's like my 9th birthday party all over again. And I couldn't include the whole announcement video here, but let me give you a list of a few features it has. App functionality, internet browsing, messaging, language translation, notes, nutritional information, and this cool laser screen thing. And overall, I couldn't tell you a single thing this pen does that would make me want to buy it or use it over my phone, especially for $700. It's gonna take a little more than that to convince me to spend that much money on an AI pen. I could get a baby to do those things for way cheaper. So we just saw the launch video of the AI pen with all of its ambition, and unsurprisingly, it was met with what we call in the business a stinky response. The most prominent example of that being Marques Brownlee's video on it, where he claimed it was the worst product he had ever reviewed. But the features it showed to us weren't awful on paper. I mean, probably a little useless, but not awful. So why are the reviews so bad for this?
Unfortunately, it's also the new worst product I think I've ever reviewed in its current state. There's just so many things bad about it.
So this is terrible. It honestly sounds like there's a crazy amount wrong with it and not much right. Who would have guessed? And I think I said this earlier, but it's getting into that territory where it's so bad that it's actually kind of impressive. It's sounding like that it's so bad, if this was a competition for who's the worst, it wouldn't have even won at that. But like I said before, the features that are presented to us aren't inherently bad. So what makes this so bad?
$700 plus a subscription.
When they showed us this awesome gadget, they conveniently didn't include that subscription price. That's like if a girl asks you out on a date and then when it's over, you just realize it was a fundraiser for her little brother's basketball team. And really, with a subscription, the price is infinite. With subscriptions, you never truly own it. You could pay $1 billion and sell your soul to them and you still wouldn't own it. So does that mean we're leasing it? I don't know. Does it have a mileage cap? But that's a video for another day.
So one of the big things off the top is this does not pair to your smartphone at all. This is its own standalone device with its own internet connection, with its own phone number.
That is so crazy to me. As humans, we're visual creatures, and this device just took the visual component away. Am I just supposed to imagine what's going on? I guess if I want to look at cute cat pictures, I'm just gonna have to have it describe it to me.
Imagine Frodo from The Hobbit
really
mixed
good.
with a little Zach Galifianakis.
Wow. They're probably gonna make another device that's a music player, except it just hums it to you and you have to imagine what it sounds like. Now that's innovative.
So unfortunately, this thing is bad at almost everything it does, basically all the time.
I didn't realize they modeled this AI pin after me. That's cool, I guess. I also love how Marques Brownlee is just a savage and he doesn't sugarcoat it at all. He's just like, yeah, this is the most awful thing humanity has ever conceived of. But why is it bad?
So I guess first of all, okay, it's supposed to just answer questions, right? It can kind of do that sometimes, but one, it's often slow because most of these requests go to the cloud and come back and there's just a long wait. And two, it's often wrong, because AI still can hallucinate and there are still issues with it just not understanding correctly or just saying the wrong thing.
So this AI pin is slow and wrong, which it seems like if those are primary features of your device, you should get them right before you launch it. And let me just say this, if you're gonna be wrong, at least be wrong quick. Don't make me wait to be disappointed. But I'm not an expert, I'm really not. I know when I say things like a product should get one of its primary features right before launch, it makes me sound like an expert, but I'm not.
But then, speaking of battery life, really bad. and inconsistent, which is annoying.
So remember earlier when the first thing they talked about was the long battery life?
And this is how we achieve our all-day battery life.
Well, they were just kidding. Apparently, the battery life is not good at all. Marques actually said the battery ran out of life one time in just 2 hours. That's a big difference than the all-day promised battery life. But now I can see why they weren't excited to talk about it. It's all coming together now. So what went wrong with Humane's AI pen? Apparently the question should be, what went right? They baked a cake and apparently the standard was just to be edible. And I'm not even sure if it's that. It promises a ton of features and it can't even get them right. It has a subscription and it lacks a lot of visual stimuli, which actually I don't think that's completely necessarily a bad thing. And I do believe they can come back and make an even better version of this. And it may potentially be the next step in hardware. Would I bet on it? Probably not, but it might be. And I think the baseline idea for this has a lot of potential, but in its current state, it doesn't sound very good. Would you buy this nifty little gadget for $700? Let me know. But other than that, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.